Alright guys, Man City have beaten Newcastle by 5 goals to 0. And yeah, it was fairly straightforward for City in the end. As a Liverpool fan, I was hoping, praying that Newcastle could get at least something out of the game. But that wasn't the case and was quite unlikely to be the case at any point. City took the lead through Raheem Sterling diving header, really good goal, doubled it when Gundogan had a shot that stung the palms of Dubravka. He managed to sort of get a hand on it, but it wasn't enough for Laporte. Laporte got there first and managed to put it in the net. And then that was into half time. In the second half, Rodri scored a header from a corner, good near post header, made it 3-0. Foden made it 4, and probably the goal of the day. Really nice play from Grealish and Foden. Brilliant flick by Foden back to Grealish. He laid it off to Sterling. And it was actually a really good first time finish by Sterling. Put it right in the top corner, and that was a chance that a couple of years ago you'd probably, okay, maybe not a couple, but like 4 or 5 years ago, you'd probably expect Raheem Sterling to miss. So he's definitely improved in the finishing department. But yeah, really good performance from City in response to exited in the Champions League on Wednesday. I thought they would be a bit down, but I think as Liverpool dropping points last night probably gave them a bit more of a boost. However, they have had some bad news over the past couple of hours. Guardiola has confirmed that Walker, Diaz, and John Stones are all going to be missing for the remainder of the season, which is very bad for them. That leaves them with in defence. Is that leave Cancelo, Zinchenko, Laporte, and Ake. Now, Laporte and Ake, that's a bit of a strange centre back partnership purely for one reason. They're both left footed. You don't often see that. I remember there was a while at Liverpool when they had 4 centre backs. They had Kolo Touré, Martin Skrtel, Mamadou Sakho, and Daniel Agger. Sakho and Agger would never play together because they're both left footed. It's just the way it is. I don't even know what the success record is of playing 2 left-footed centre-backs together, but I'd imagine there's a reason it doesn't happen. So that is going to be, a bit of a struggle for them. However, I mean, Kevin De Bruyne is just different class. One of the crosses he produced in the first half was just ridiculous. Like, he managed to get it so it was literally an inch away from Jamal Lascelles' head. I can't remember who got on the end of it. It might have been Jesus. He didn't score, but it was just a ridiculously good cross. Rodri's proven himself to be quite the aerial threat. He scored another header after his one at Leeds last week. And he's chipped in with a fair few goals this season, Rodri. And I'll be honest, I think he would be an outside shout for me for PFA Player of the Year. I'd give it to Salah purely on the basis that he's got the most goals and assists at this moment. Obviously, someone like Alexander-Arnold could get a few assists and Son could score a few more goals. So it's not done yet, but Rodri has had a really good season and he's produced some very important moments for Man City. The one that comes to mind for me was the game at Anfield in October when it was 2-2 last minute. Fabinho takes a touch to compose it, to set himself up, and it looks like an open goal. Rodri manages to just get there before Fabinho can get there, which was, vitally important. But yeah, on Newcastle, nothing to play for, have they? So yeah, it wasn't like the end of the world, to be honest. They did have a couple of chances though. Chris Wood had a header in the first half. They did put the ball in the back of the net at one point as well, but it was obviously offside. Bruno Guimaraes was in the way and in an offside position. And they had a couple of moments second half as well. But yeah, City deservedly won the game, and I've got to be honest, as a Liverpool fan now, I can't see any way that Liverpool win the league. I know they've got West Ham away next week, and that'll be a really tough fixture. And West Ham will want to win that. But even if West Ham do win that, let's say they win it by 1 goal, City are now 4 goals clear of Liverpool on goal difference. So let's assume Liverpool win all 3 of their remaining games: Aston Villa, Southampton, and Wolves. All like that. That's a high chance of happening. Let's say, and let's say City beat Villa and they beat Wolves and lose to West Ham. Well, you'd still think City would win the league even then, because they've just got so many goals scored at the moment, like just scoring so many at the moment, and also their goal difference is now superior to Liverpool's. So I can't see any way that Liverpool are going to win the league this season, sadly. But still got to win just to make sure. We've done everything we can, and just hope that City do slip up. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, this season has been one of the best football seasons in a long time, I think. Because yeah. Well, I think you're comparing it to the past couple of before it, and last season wasn't the same without fans. I think we can all say last season was probably the worst football season there's ever been. And the 1920 was sort of ruined as well by at the end of the season there being no fans. But this season has been a great season so far. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.